Alright guys, oh, my voice already sucks. Let's see what's going on today. We're doing the KeSPA Cup North American Qualifiers. And for whatever really just silly, disappointing reason, 4 other streams have already taken shots at me about this revenue thing. So I'm thinking either A, they're stupid enough to be paying for this, and that the deal for them was lessened to the point where it doesn't seem extreme. And, you know, they're trying to make fun of me for making a big deal out of nothing, when the original deal was a pretty big thing, and I'm pretty sure the blowout from Reddit is what reduced the size of said deals. Luckily, we have been asked to come cast, and with the stipulation that we don't have to do any revenue sharing. So not a single cent is going to KeSPA. It's all going here on BaseTradeTV, so don't worry guys, watch the commercials, consider subscribing. If anyone's glorious enough to donate, that's of your own accord and decision, but know that it will all stay here, and it's not going anywhere else. Anyways, first match of the day is going to be Penguin versus Poke Bunny. I picked this one for a couple of different reasons. One, Penguin has been a player to surprise us rather consistently, and as a European playing the North American Cup because he's got dual citizenship and he lives in North America currently, as he recently got hired to be like Sidestorm Gaming's manager, I think it'll be some interesting games to see where he's at in his skill level. On the other side of it, Poke Bunny is a player who I really just, wasn't even on a radar other than the fact that I had one bad interaction with him a while ago, but we had him in a show match while I was down and out. We got to see him actually play pretty darn well over there. So him versus Penguin I think is going to be a really good matchup, and to be honest, in my mind at least, I put them on even terms, maybe Poke Bunny being a little bit better, but like only just barely type thing, like a 51 versus 49 situation. So I think this will be a good matchup. There's a lot of names on the bracket. I'm sure some of you want to see I explain this in chat, but I want to explain it on stream really quick. For example, Neeb. The second I turned the stream on, we had like 5 people begging me to cast Neeb. Here's the thing, guys. I've worked with Neeb a lot at this point. Him as well as some other players out there, they really don't like being cast. It's not that they're embarrassed or ashamed of their playstyle or anything like that. It's the idea that someone else is there. You got people watching. If you fuck up, you know you're not going to hear the end of it. So I don't think Neeb is going to fuck up. We're probably going to see Neeb make it to at least the semifinals, if not the grand finals. Hell if I know. But I've talked to him on Skype about it. Out of respect, we're going to avoid casting him till later. So maybe the semifinals, maybe the round of 8, because he's either going to have a really good round of 8 match versus Kelazhur or Bales, and then later on versus likely Masa or Scarlet. Top half of the bracket is a tough one, guys. But I do want to actually see specifically Kelazhur versus Bales potentially in round 3. There's a lot of good matches to bounce around. The bottom side's got some big names too. You got Major down there. You got Violet, Panda Bear, Me, True. I think there's a Jurdong. I sadly don't think that's Jdong, spelling his name wrong. But yeah, currently we're waiting on Poke Bunny to come online. According to Penguin, he'll be about 5 minutes, but this was about 2.5 minutes ago-ish. So we'll see what's going on. Hard Revenge in chat. This guy is a wonderful bastard. He's got my back. He says, guys, we should retweet BaseTradeTV's tweet about casting the KeSPA Cup. It helps. Yes, this is something I'm going to have to like ingrain on you guys as time goes on. Like, just squeeze it right in there. Twitter's changed a lot of stuff recently. And one of the big things about Twitter is there's this really silly feature that shows like what you missed while you were gone. And this is something that's forced at the near top of your newsfeed. So if you're just scrolling, you might not even notice it. But what it does is it shows popular tweets, so tweets that were liked a bunch or retweeted a bunch while you were offline. And it will, by retweeting and liking, sure, you might not have a lot of followers, but us, like my own Twitter account is about 10,000, BaseTradeTV is like 8,000. So having all of those followers be reminded an hour from now, like, oh yeah, this is live, can help out a ton. So get on Twitter, guys, hit that retweet, hit that like button. It would do us a serious solid for you guys to get in the habit of it. But there's no Zombie Grub tonight, sadly. Hey, CK Walsh, I see you in chat, man. I hope you're doing well. Zombie Grub's got some family stuff she's taking care of tonight, as she mentioned on the stream earlier today, so it is going to be a solo cast. It's double elimination. It's a long bracket. I've got 1 sugar-free Red Bull. Basically, as long as this boy lasts me is about how long the cast is going to go on for. I'm hoping to make it to the end, but I don't want to overdo it tonight on account of the fact that we do plan to cast tomorrow's qualifiers full and entirely from start to finish, so the European ones, and that will be a bit of time before we finish those ones either. I assume viewers. But apparently Poke Bunny's status has elevated from I'll be there in 5 minutes to internet's not working. So we may have to find another match. The problem is, because we were waiting for a while, a lot of these may have already started. So we'll have to perhaps poke around. Like, if Penguin advances, he won't have an opponent for a little bit. He'll have to wait on Masa. Excuse me, my throat's still not so good. And there's not really a lot of incredible round two. Like, this was actually really well seeded. And what I mean by that is that it shows that there's not like a bunch of really unfair or ridiculous matchups, or you don't have the best players knocking each other out right away. So, yeah. According to Penguin, his opponent has no internet. Let's see what the admins do about it. Yeah, we'll probably just be waiting around a little bit, guys. Yeah, it's just pasting chat logs to the admin. So, again, the first round should go kind of quick. I don't know if these are best of ones or best of threes. I'm actually looking for that info. I don't even know. Actually, I should ask, is it top two that qualify through? I think it's only top one, but I'm just going to double check that really quick. Because I just realized it's a double elimination bracket, so this could be like winner of the winner's bracket, winners of the... Yeah, top two. Okay, thank you. So it's top two. So I guess the winner of the winner's bracket, winner of the loser's bracket, and there won't be a final match. Excuse me. Yeah, just normal ladder pool. Nothing too weird. Oh, a little bit awkward. Some players are playing the stream.me arena, and Puck hopefully gets back before he gets walked over. Puck's actually one of the people I would expect to get far in this. Ah, I clicked on the wrong link. That was loud as fuck. I'm super sorry, guys. I meant to go to Twitter. I don't know why it took me to YouTube. But wait, now we're seeing that Poke Bunny might be back. So, like I said, I'm trying to give it another minute or two here, guys, before we like jump ship and trying to find another match. But yeah, it looks like we might actually have this initial original one ready to go. Awkward. Well, I don't have a lot of cool stories, and I'm a bit short of breath already, so that's not good. There's Poke Bunny joining the party. Yay! Luckily, I've been pretty good at muting a lot of the coughs. I'll try and keep it up, but keep in mind, guys, I've been casting since 10 a.m., so my quick reactions might not be so quick. What? I get the referee messaging me from O Gaming, and I'm like, I'm not part of O Gaming, bro. Okay, so hopefully things will get going. Just to show you guys, whoop, get into the game for a sec. They're getting ready to do vetoes. So this will take about 2 minutes. So I'm just going to abuse you all with an ad break. And I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Consider yourselves abused. And looks like we're about ready to go. So map order is going to be King Sejong Station, Frost, and Galactic Process. We have a bit of a weird way to go about this, though. So, whoops, mute myself on stream. So, there's no game with a caster in it that can be there without a Team Liquid referee, I guess. So that means they literally have to have like staff members in each game being cast. So that's another person we have to worry about inviting to the lobby. And then I think they're hosting as well. So I'm not going to try and do anything that's going to get us in trouble by hosting the game. I did ask if we use the graphs mod. They said no, but we can at least use the WCS mod. So we'll have some worker kill counts and all that. Man, my nose is peeling like I got sunburnt, but I've been inside, yo. I'm getting monitor burnt. It's Poke Bunny. You can see check marks, boy. So we are waiting on Poke Bunny to get the lobby going. How come Rifkin's cast is? Did he make some big Reddit post the other day saying he wouldn't? No, the big Reddit post was saying I wouldn't revenue share. I said we can't cast it. Luckily for us, though, it looks like our Reddit thread blew up enough that either KeSPA or Blizzard or somebody stepped in. I can't actually say, even though I know, because that would break confidentiality. And they changed policies so that they're not going to be forcing revenue sharing, as far as I'm aware. So, cool, great, awesome. Moving on. Playing a stupid tablet game while I'm waiting for the lobby to go up. So Poke Bunny just not only he timed out accepting the lobby invite and then left the party. I don't know if he went offline. Maybe his internet's having more issues. I'm not really sure how long this goes before it becomes like a walkover or a death win or something. But my alert box is off. We got a donation 5 minutes ago. Thank you very much to Koa. I'll get to that in a moment. I want to try and get the box up though. Why is that not? Okay. Hang on, we're gonna test this because Koa missed out his awesome. Oh, he's the top Korean caster for the day. So here's the. All right, Koa donated $5. Says, "Hey Riff, thanks so much for casting so much today. We might not always say it, but the community really appreciates your dedication. Take care and thanks a million." Well, thank you very much for that comments. I actually have something to say on that note, but I want to make sure this is working in game too. So excuse me, I want to just test this. Or we'll test it with a secret zombie group hot scale one.
I'm not gonna drunk. Oh, on the hot scale, I'm a 10, baby.
Okay, and then yeah, Koa $5. There we go. Boom, boom, nailed it. Anyways, as you guys could just see in the background, it's just waiting for shit to get going. But yeah, speaking of that, so like, man, I think a year ago me would have been so tilted by people saying things on Reddit or writing dumb comments or taking jabs here and there. At the end of the day, though, I look at this and no matter like I could get downvoted like 50 times. I could get downvoted 100 times for some comment I make or whatever about casting stuff. But I still look. We got well over 900 subscribers on the channel. We got tons of people, thousands of people who watch us on the day-to-day basis. Like, I know that it is the silent majority and the loud minority and all that stuff. But you guys, I thank you. Like, you might not say it a lot, and I wish you did sometimes. But just showing up, being here, supporting the channel, it's what gives me the strength to basically like wade through the bullshit. So thank you guys for being awesome. Okay, we got an update here. I guess Poke Bunny might be taking a forfeit. Well, if that's the case, luckily some of these other matches should be finishing up for their game 2s soon. For example, if Penguin advances on, then Masa versus Zode, winner plays him, but Masa's already in game, so I'm hoping that goes by quicker than not. See, topside, actually what I might do is shift gears and try and get either Bale's or Kelazhur's series. He's at least down the road to the eventual Neeb that a lot of people want to see cast, but also I think Kelazhur and Bale's in round 3 is the matchup I would really like to see. Okay, well, if this is a walkover, I'm going to cast whichever between Bale's. Kelazhur opens up first. Just letting the admin know, because again, I have to. This guy is basically my buddy. He's my silent little buddy. I've got to hold his hand. He's got to hold mine through this. BaseTradeTV, are you doing the European qualifiers in 18 hours? Yes, we should be. Well, okay, Penguins left the party. The admin says okay, so I guess this is going to be a walkover. It's a little bit unfortunate to have our first game end up falling flat like this, but I guess there's nothing that can happen. Folk Bunny's internet's acting up. There's not a lot to do. Being someone who has first-hand experienced internet that you just cannot deal with, like you just say, no, I can't even, I understand, and I hope he can solve his issues, but looks like he won't be doing anything tonight. That being said, well, we will be jumping to a different part of the bracket. I do wish Penguin good luck. Good friend and Long time friend of the channel. See how well he does tonight. And yeah, let the admin know. So I'm going to... What can I do instead? There's really not a lot. You know what I'm going to do? You guys are totally going to hate me for this. I'm going to go do my WoW dailies while we're waiting, since it's been half an hour already. Did that just play twice? What the hell just happened there? I heard double stim packs go down. But there's only one subscriber. Leomin! Just resubbed for 27 years in a row. Base Trade Hype. Thank you so much. Add. You squeezed me, guys. I gotta get my dailies done. I already did a bunch while I was waiting for the cup to start. I got like one more Nightfall one to do. I don't know if anyone's been playing Legion so far. I really fucking like this expansion though. Like everything about it I've enjoyed from start to finish. The way things go for questing, build up for zone, the way... I don't like this rep grind, but that's the only downside. Is this really gonna double sub me all night? If that's gonna be the case, I'm already done with this. Alright, where's my elephant? Just resubbed as well. Whoop. Oh, no, that's not a resub. That's a brand new sub. I looked at that wrong. Where's my elephant? Thank you very much for that new sub hype. First sub of the cast. And I think that's like the 5th sub of the day. Like, what? Yeah, I gotta keep tapping into StarCraft. That's why I got this in windowed mode right now. So I know it's not super awesome to look at, but this is what I'm doing. Because I have to keep an eye on StarCraft so I don't miss any of the KeSPA Cup games. You guys are tuned to the KeSPA Cup qualifiers, the bait and switch for some World of Warcraft grinding. Where's my elephants? I'm not so silent anymore, BaseTradeTV. Love the streams, hearts, thank you, and Zombie and the team very much. Dude, I can tell you, while not everyone else is here, we all certainly super duper appreciate it. Oh, do we just... Why am I the party leader? Why am I party leader? I can't handle this responsibility, Mom! Oh, so I can add matches.
Capture some of the creatures feeding upon the crystals there. I need
Whoops.
them alive.
Wrong screen. Alright, well, like I said, I gotta have this in window mode so I can keep an eye on Bales or Kelazhur, so I'm actually gonna try poking each. Hey dude, let me know in have a game, pretty please. The nice thing too is like I can see whispers from StarCraft in World of Warcraft. Hey dude. Alright. Boom. What do I gotta do here? Leyline spider? Oh, this is such a lame quest. You just gotta like jump down here and get a bunch of little baby spiders. Baby spiders. What? What? Oh! I found friends. I wasn't looking for friends. Hey fam. Yep, what that guy said. Blip. So for anyone who actually plays this and knows the pain of what I'm going through, one of the instances for this expansion is rep locked, as in you need like 8,000 rep. Oh, I just stole your spider, bro! Oh, no I didn't. Shit, I tried to though. 8,000 into honored to go to one of the dungeons, and this dungeon has like really great loot in it, and I can't go to it because I'm at 7,586. And the dailies are limited, and I've done like literally every quest, so it's one of those things where I'm probably not gonna get to go till tomorrow or the day after, but I still gotta get my dailies done. It's not a real rare spawn, man. Such a liar. Whoa, so rude playing WoW while casting KeSPA. Yeah, that's what's happening here.
We fight as one.
I'm just gonna stealth past you. You can go deal with all this bullshit, bro. I need these baby spiders, okay? No, 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 get off me! Karma. Run away. I just need 2 more babbies. Babby spiders, where are you? Here we go.
Excellent.
Done.
This brings us one step closer to understanding the unique power of the Arkandor.
350 rep to go. Rifkin, grow your beard out. I'm trying, man. I suffer from something called trichotillomania, and it totally sucks balls, and that's why I had to shave my beard recently. But every time I seem to get a little bit further, and I get like it just a little bit longer, so one day I'll have a nice big bushy beard. Hopefully. Ideally? Maybe. Still tapping into StarCraft. Nothing going on. Just waiting for the games, guys. I'm super sorry that we got kind of boned with Poke Bunny's internet going off, but it is what it is. Thank you for the WoW stream, Rifkin. Yeah, thanks for subbing to the WoW stream, guys. Thanks, Mr. Whale Guy. Actually, no, where's my elephant? That's what it was. It's not Whale Guy. I was thinking whale because I got like a whale form, actually. But yeah. Yep. It's either this or watching commercials. So, I mean, you guys can really take your pick. I don't know. Doogie MacGyver says, I was the first up of the cast, but Srift Senpai didn't notice me? Oh, hold up. Let me... You were 22 minutes ago. That must have been when I was washing my face and stuff. Because I... Like... Secret behind the scenes information, guys. When I've got that preloader screen on, like, hang on, when Twitch is, when you see this, I'm like brushing my teeth, finishing up breakfast, washing my face. So here's how we'll break this down, because you're both lovely folks who support the channel. Thank you, Doogie MacGyver, for being the first sub of the day, or of the cast. And thank you, Where's My Elephant, for being the first sub that I noticed this cast. 2 new subs is super fucking awesome. And I thank you guys both very much. But I don't think we can get more dailies done before the games get going. Ah, Kelazhur actually just invited me. So let's get out of World of Warcraft and let's get into some StarCraft. We need referee. Invite to game. All right. Who is Ghost? Okay, well they're gone. All right, cool.
I'm not gonna drunk. Oh, on the hot scale, I'm a 10, baby.
All right, what was that donation? What did it say? We'll get to that in a second. Let's get into the lobby first. Let's get into looking at things. As the guy, one sec. We need like a Team Liquid referee in here. It's like part of the rules, so I'm trying to get him in. But thank you, whoever just donated $10. I'll get to that in just 1 second. I'm still trying to close out a WoW and stuff. All right, Vivek Area 52. Whoa, you just took the top Korean caster spot, actually. So let me just go edit that before I read this out. I should really just set this to auto update, but it's been more of a lazy thing than anything else. All right, $10. Top Korean caster says, watching on a PS4 80% of the time and there are no ads. You guys are awesome. Probably wouldn't be watching StarCraft 2 at all if I didn't find your stream. Dude, my heart fucking blossoms hearing that sort of stuff. Thank you very much, man. If this guy doesn't respond soon, can we just go without him? Yo, where's this guy? Hey. Oh, what's his name? Hailstorm here. We invited like 5 times. Oh, he joined. Nice. Whoop whoop. All right, so we're about to finally get going with the first cast of the day. I keep saying of the day. It's not. We cast fucking like 6 best of 3s earlier. This is like the first cast of the KeSPA Cup, but we're finally getting it going. Kelazhur versus Erik. Kelazhur versus Erik. Starting soon, but of course there's stream delays, so you guys are hearing me say this, but I said it like in the past, and I wrote it in Twitch chat, and yada yada yada. Let's get this party started. Ready whenever you guys are. Alright, there we go. I subbed for the waiting game. Always exciting. Yeah, dude, that's the best time to sub because it gives me something to talk about. So not only are you like a sub who like subbed to the channel and like I extra appreciate that and all that, but you're also, you saved me some downtime and gave me some bullshit to go on about. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into and watching the KeSPA Cup North American Qualifiers. This is going to be the first match of the day. It's a best of 3 in the winners bracket. And the reason I emphasize the winners bracket is because it is double elimination. So make sure to check out the brackets yourselves by typing !bracket in chat. And I forgot that these little tag things are messed up. But I figured out how to fix this. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Alakazam! Oh my god, the applause could not have come at a better time. I'll get to that in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning here in the bottom left side of the map. He plays for Root Gaming. He is one of the best Terrans in North America. It's Kelazhur. And his opponent, a little bit less known, but definitely Grandmaster. It's Erik. Another new sub. New sub alert, the Havoc Bringer. Thank you so much, guys. Give him some claps in chat if you haven't already, but it's a 3-minute delay, so the hype's already gone. Either way, I love you so much, man. We had a resub of 7 years from MeatPop13. It says, ew, it's already been 7 months? Dude, it's been 7 years. Where have you been, bruh? And then Hard Revenge shows us up with a $2 donation, which, for some reason, I have to constantly refresh to get the message for. Says, this is for KeSPA. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Thank you so much. But okay, guys, TVZ is certainly an interesting matchup right now. For what has got to be the better part of like the last 8 or 6 months, this matchup has just looked like total bullshit. Every Zerg player that gets Ultralisks wins the game, and everybody else balance whines about it. However, times have changed, and things are a little bit different, and it's not quite so bad. And a lot of the really good players like Kelazhur and others have focused a lot less on trying to find a way to deal with said Ultralisks and find a way to play the game out before the Ultralisks become a problem. And I know it's so lame because that mentality's been here forever, right? Like, you go back to Wings of Liberty, it was, well, don't let them get to Brood Lord Infestor, and all these other silly responses. But truthfully, there's actually a lot of time before Ultras come out. I think the fastest hive you can rush in an acceptable build order is about like 6 and 7 minutes, somewhere around there. So the Ultras cavern still takes like another minute to complete. Ultras themselves, like 40-second build time or something. You're not gonna have to worry about them until like 8 or 9 minutes. And I think that's why a lot of these like 2 medevac pushes became a lot more popular, not just because of the necessity of queens, but anyways, I want to talk more on that, but this game may or may not even go that far. If Kelazhur can win the game with his Reapers, none of what I said matters in the slightest. But keep in mind, winning with the Reapers is a lot easier said than done. It's I think if I was just like a casual fan of StarCraft 2 and I watched this happen, I'm like, wow, why doesn't everybody do this? And you gotta ask yourself, like, why don't we see pros doing it all the time? 3 Racks Reaper, Galactic Process, it's such a great map for it. And it's because it is such a do or die strategy. It either works so friggin' well, congratulations, you got a free win, or it fails so miserably you can't macro out of it. There are some middle of the road things where like you'll do enough damage to macro and both players come out just kind of a little bit behind for it, but just generally speaking, I think for Kelazhur, he's hoping to just push in to win with this. This isn't like a middle of the road, oh, it'll be okay if I do, it'll be okay if I don't situation. Again, 3 Reapers deep is pretty dedicated. More to the point than anything else, it throws off your gas timings, this, that, and the other. But anyways, grenades get a nice shot, pop off one of the lings, throw those queens around. Always fun to watch those ladies bounce back and forth. Thank you to Zulu for the 14-month resub. Months? Years? I don't know the difference anymore. Fruit flies like banana. Time flies, or like an arrow? I got that backwards. Nailed it. Anyways, Reapers coming to the top of the ramp. It's not so much about the links around that's so scary. It's more about whether those queens are getting the shots in or not. If the link's gonna top of you, yeah, you do exactly that. You pre-lead, or you lead your shots, so to speak. But the links aren't all coming back to deal with this. Some have snuck away and are gonna try and get across the map. 3's not enough, but I think if he went with 6 or so, he might get some nice catches. Right now, though, he's trying to get at the bottom of the ramp. He's trying to be at the top of the ramp. He's trying to intercept the Reapers, and it's just not happening. And Kelazhur, while not overwhelming with us yet, he's been able to get 2 command centers behind us, both of which are on location, no less. Erik may have thought about going for a counterattack, but he's realized all of his fodder's bled out at this point. Queens are starting to go down in rapid succession, and those lings came back. Now they're going again. The indecisiveness is going to get him killed more than anything else. A lack of committing, too much committing, we don't know. He dives into the natural base, and oh my god, is he not even going to get a cancel? He doesn't kill the SCV. Kelazhur can just lift the command center now. This is huge. Drones getting annihilated. Reaper's hitting those grenades. Erik has pretty much lost this game. He can't break that ramp. All the SCVs have to do is repair it. This command center might get canceled. Maybe. But even then, it doesn't matter. He's got no drones to work with. All of his drones are pulled off of mining. He puts some of them back on, but Kelazhur, there's nothing to stop him from jumping up this cliff, going right back to that main. So 2 SCVs dead versus 14 drones, a game that is definitively in the favor of our Terran. Unless Kelazhur messes up very badly here, there's no reason he should lose this. Blap, 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 blap. 3 drones remain, 1 in the main, 2 in the natural. Oh, rest in pepperonis, boys. I guess you could say you reap what you sow. Something like that? I don't know. Hey, you guys know my good Reaper joke? Perfect time to tell it. Why should you never buy a used couch from a Reaper? Because it always comes with Reaper cushions. Dun, dun. Anyways, the Reapers die out, and honestly, I think Kelazhur stopped caring about the way he was microing them. That just became a little bit lazy, stutter stepping towards the end. He's got more Reapers to bring across the map. He's got 3rd CC coming back down because he did have to cancel this one ultimately. And with the barracks, the factory, and the production, and the fact that I think he knows his opponent's on 2 workers, I can't imagine he's sweating it in the slightest. And keep in mind, guys, this Erik guy, you might not know him, I don't know him too well, but he's a Grandmaster player. So this is something where like even the best can get totally screwed by this strategy. GG gets called, and Kelazhur takes the first game. The 6-minute, 20-second mark. It's like, doctor, time of death? 6:20, nurse. Write it down. Give zombie grub. I can't, guys, she's not available. We actually had no intentions or plans to cast this, but we got asked like 5 hours ago, like, hey, if we don't charge you guys an unreasonable amount of ad revenue, or any, will you cast it? And we said, sure, why not? Give it a shot while I can. Like I said, I can't guarantee I'll be casting 100% of the qualifiers today, but I'll go as deep into this as I can. As deep into it as the sugar-free Red Bull here will let me. Ooh, map 2 is on Dassen Station. Interesting. Zombie was probably rescuing cats. You know what? If she didn't tell us exactly the reason why she wouldn't be here when she was on the stream earlier today, I would say, yeah, probably. That's probably the case. I would imagine that's why she has like 17 cats. It's probably because she just like, it's like a catch and not release program. What's up, Rurakar? Good to see you in chat. Hope you're doing just dandy. But yeah, Dassen Station, map 2. Let's hop into it. What is this hard revenge shitposting I'm seeing on Reddit? Vespi Nation, y'all. Okay, I'm going to, this time around, use the magic eraser. Oh, you know what? This is going to be better. Eraser PNG. What's that, Rifkin? Are things about to get stupid on stream? Well, yes, Rifkin. They are. Just give me one moment here. Oh no! It's like lagging. Now it's going to appear in a second and I won't mean it to. Okay, so while this bugs out, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Spawning here in the top left side of the map, middle left side of the map. He's red, he's Terran, he's up one game. It's Kelazhur. And his opponent, see, there we go, came out of nowhere. At the bottom right is Erik. But we have a problem here. We need to get rid of these nameplate issues. So screechy, 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 screechy. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Eraser. You did good. It only took you 20 minutes to get there. Alright, so I can see by the reaction in Twitch chat on that 3-minute delay, you guys really appreciated my joke, and you definitely want more of them, so don't worry, I'll find the time. But for now, I would like to talk about Erik taking the gold base. Now, the nice thing is, unlike the previous map, it's a little bit hard, it's a little easier to scout. So you can get your overlords across really early. Hell, if you really are dedicated, you can go with a drone, and you'll see whether Kelazhur is going to be hitting you with like a 3-Rax or not. Kelazhur, though, this is kind of an easy situation for him. If he wants to go around the outside of the map, it's very easy to, if not put a bunker down. I'm going to guess he's putting a bunker down. But even if you don't put a bunker down, just having a Reaper chill out here, you can just shut down that drone. There's going to be no mining going on here if Kelazhur does this correctly. I think that the appeal of this gold base is almost like a bad bait made by the map maker, and it's just not a good choice to go for. And yeah, it's an SCV, so he's going to probably plop down a bunker. I mean, it's a freebie, right? Not only is it going to take a long time for Ravagers to come out, but it also means he doesn't have to dedicate any attention whatsoever. He can just stick a Reaper in there and be good. SCV also ducked into the main, and we do have a quick Roach War in this time around. This will be good, because I think to an extent Erik knows something like this might happen. Maybe he doesn't know it'll be a bunker, but he knows there'll be something behind the mineral lines. You need something ranged to shoot back at it. A Ravager's pretty perfect. A Roach will get the job done in a pinch. And this Reaper looks like it wants to auto-attack the Lings, but apparently these are the biggest rocks we've ever seen in StarCraft 2's history, and it can't reach. WTF, mate. This is a single Reaper for the time being. You're just going to pick away at these units. Not really doing a ton of damage, as we can see, but the SCV gets to repair safely, so no real qualms. Gets one of the drones, not too bad. And he's making Marines behind this, and taking a normal expansion, and just everything's going pretty swimmingly. The one thing he will have to be worried about is Erik might turn this into like a one-base Roach all-in. And if that's going to be the case, Kelazhur might lose a bit more than he's willing to. Let's not forget, too, that even if you put 2 bunkers at the top of your ramp, Ravagers can chip away those depots and get them for pretty much free. A Spine Collar is being built. This will actually outrange the bunker, so that's kind of cool to see. But at the end of the day, I don't know that it'll be that big of a deal. Just salvage the bunker and walk away, and you force your opponent, who is one base all in you, to spend an expensive amount of money, not just on that drone, but on the Spine Crawler as well. But coming across the map, the slow Lings aren't going to do much. Lots of Marines were made, and as long as SCVs are there to repair, he should be fine. He's probably going to get a tank out. If you get the tank moving around the medevac, even better. Spine Crawler is already getting weak. I wonder if he'll leave that bunker there instead of salvaging it. We'll find out in a moment. Ravagers are finished up, and this will make the depot a bit of a pain in the butt because it will go down pretty quickly. Unfortunately, Kelazhur doesn't have a second depot coming down yet. He's reaching for it, now realizing this could be a problem. It's going to be 1 second too late. The Lings will get into the base. He's going to have to pull SCVs into this. This isn't good. This is really, really, really bad. He's supply blocked by this too, no less. Uh-oh. The Marines don't even have the damage to deal with this on their own. And all the SCVs have to get pulled into this. Marines on the backside being focus fired down by the Ravagers. SCVs, if they can surround the Ravagers, might be able to get some damage in themselves. This is going very poorly for Kelazhur. Just lost 14 workers and still hasn't solidified the defense. He's going to put a depot down to make sure there's not going to be more reinforcements. So cancel it! Cancel it! No, it gets killed. The tank also going to be able to take out the Ravagers, and looks like he will hold his position. He was pushed off the gold base, so it looks like Erik, by the way, who only just barely pushed it off with that 31 health Spine Crawler, is going to get back on that gold base mining. He's currently blocking out 2 of his own mineral patches, though. Come on, buddy, you got to move that Spine Crawler. Or use it to attack the rocks, get him down sooner, anything really. But the question is, can Kelazhur really recover off this, right? He lost 14 workers,
Marauders! You should shoot up.
Thank you, Rurkar.
That's all I'm saying.
That is the super duper ultra secret. You can see it in the top right corner, $20 donation. That's also going to make you the top Korean caster of the day. I'll have to go update that manually. Squeeze me just 1 sec, guys. But Rifkin, you should be focusing more on the game. Well, there's not a lot going on in the game right now, so you're just going to have to hold your horses for 1 sec. Because he's got a difficult name to spell. And so I have to go copy paste it. I can't just type it. But Rurikar just upset y'all with a big 2-0. Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Sir. Anyways, I'll read the message in just a moment, because Kelazhur looks like he is going to be moving out, and I don't want to miss this. Medevac can't get a whole hell of a lot done. That's a lot of queens. In fact, he's probably better off just falling away from this. That's not even all Marines. It's like a Reaper. Oh my god! With 6 health, barely gets away! Erik is evidently a Brazilian player, as chat's letting me know. Cool, and thank you guys. Erik also manages to run by through the north side and catch Kelazhur off guard. I don't think Kelazhur is ready for the rocks to be torn down, so SCVs get pulled away from this. A little bit messy, but Erik also had to turn away from his attack towards the front of the base, and looks like Kelazhur will hold without too many losses. Rorikar with a $20 donation says, I love StarCraft, I love my fellow fans more, but I love our dedicated casters and the players the most. With a heart, he says, thanks everybody. And thank you as well. Looks like engineering base is just going to be put down to finish up the wall, but with a bust on the way, Kelazhur's not going to see this coming. And two of the depots on one side going to get broken pretty well. If there's more engineer base, you could also argue that's another problem, but the tank's on the wrong side for this. And he just picked up to move out, so this bust is going to hit him hard, and I think Erik might have... Oh, he might have just hit Kelazhur at the right timing. There's not going to be banelings left for after the fact, but it doesn't matter because... You know, the links will flood right the fuck in. Pardon my French. Focus find that last baneling was not too bad. He's got stim, he's got marines, he's going to work around this. SCVs get pulled into the action, not just away, but they're fighting for their lives. Marines desperately trying to fight off the links. There's not many marines left, but all the SCVs died, and that was not going to be a solid defense no matter how you look at it. He's going to walk across the map with that drop, though he still wants to have that go off. There's a Viking towards the south. Actually, has not done anything this game. Awkward. But Kelazhur's on 26 workers, 2 command centers, not 3, and this could be a bit of trouble as he just doesn't have the mules to make up for that damage. And the drops aren't quite cutting it either. That was a nice attack out of Erik. I mean, it's a bit surprising, and I think that's part of why Kelazhur got caught off guard by it. But man, oh man, he just really brought this game back in his favor. You know, he's happily mining off his gold now. He's got a 4th base on the way. 3rd just recently finished up back at the natural. And Kelazhur can't really expand anywhere. The argument here is like he might be better off expanding towards the gold because he can use this choke to his advantage, but man, I'm feeling bad for Kelazhur. He's got another attack coming northwards. SCVs are on the outside of the depots. He'll lower those. Oh, please raise that. Nice. But it's another bust. Magic number of banelings, guys, is 6 to break a depot. Usually you want to make 7 to 8, though, because you know one's going to ideally get focus fire down by the Terran. But, oh no. Not again. Kelazhur, can you just make a habit of bouncing northwards as you take these medevacs out, bro? This is this is gonna go bad. Drop in the middle of the map, gonna get caught. Bailey's looking to run into this marine, scoops him up, drops him in the main. This medevac also heading out towards the right, and maybe Erik gets baited to come back home. But I feel like he has more than enough on his side of the field, and frankly, Kelazhur is not gonna hold if that attack in the north ever commences. Poking into the 4th, not so scary just yet. Stims again, might get the base at this rate. Not sure if he's just waiting for speed or what the deal is. Yags! Yags! Just up for 7 millennium! And he says, much love. Dude, that's a long time to resub for. Thank you very much. Is Rorikar the sound an Ultralisk makes? No, it's like, I think he told me it's the sound a Zergling makes. Like, something like that. That's my best impression. That's the best you're getting. I've got no more effort to put into it than that. Pushing in the middle of the map, though, with a decent amount of marines, but unless he's in that choke against these links, it's going to go badly. Yeah, picks up. This wall's still down. Bust as predicted. This Widow Mines, though, actually, these might clean this up a little bit better than last time. Nope. Yeah, unfortunately, Kelazhur is going to take a lot of SCV losses, up to a total of 40. Oh my god, he's only killed 1 drone this game, guys. It was that 1 drone that the Reaper killed in the early game, and since then, the defense out of Erik has been so solid. 48 SCVs have died for the cost of 1 drone over this like worker harass war. Now, I do want to bring up the fact that despite the fact that this has been going a lot worse for Kelazhur in a lot of these sort of micro engagements and the attacks towards the north, he's still in this. The army supply is not that different. His upgrades are on par, and in fact, the armor is going to be better than his opponents. So, I don't know. Like, I feel like the 1-1 that's soon to equalize is going to be offset by the 1-2. Oh, pay attention, though. Oh, no. He was dropping in the main, which is why he wasn't looking up here. Drop does fully unload, but there's Lings waiting. Everywhere that Kelazhur goes, Erik is ready to intercept. Gotta give it to him. Viking's still alive as well. Maybe land kill the tumor? I don't know. Tank not being utilized for much. He's got about 12 kills on it, but oh, we got Mutus finally coming out. Kelazhur, the only reason he's been able to consistently get away from all of these fights is those medevacs have been let live. With the Mutalisks, that's not going to be the case anymore. 2 more medevacs heading towards the south, and this doesn't look good for Kelazhur. I think the Mutalisks in a head-on fight, like if Kelazhur's army was totally consolidated and they were like A moving versus E moving, this could be a bit different. But with his Marines and his medevacs segmented and split up so badly in the way they are, is that a new command center? Okay, that's a new command center. He's not desperate enough to lift. Ah, that full medevac. 1 Marine got out, everything got picked up. No energy on this medevac to heal whatever would be here. Double drops go off in the main, but Erik's already here with Lynx. This guy is so quick to the response. And while that first game looked so bad for him with the way the Reapers went, this second game has been Erik's game for the last like 12 minutes. I say 12 minutes, it's been a 12-minute game. So yeah, he won this game from the get-go because unfortunately somehow Dawson Station got into the map pool. Am I right? But no, seriously, I really thought Kelazhur was going to screw him up with that first bunker, the offset of the gold base, but not quite going to be the case. That's it, guys. That's it. This is the rest of his army dying right in front of our eyes. Kelazhur really doesn't have anything else left. Widowmine can get the sickest hit of all time. Not going to count. GG ties it up 1-1. And that sends us to the ace match. I, however, am going to take a moment to rest my voice and play a small commercial break before we get to Game 2. So stay tuned for more of the KeSPA Cup North American Qualifiers Game 3 when we come back. Alright folks, we're back into game number 3. I don't have a magic eraser this time, we're just going to get rid of the thing because it's annoying to look at. Marish just hit us up though with a 25-year resub. Yay for BTTV! What, you like better Twitch TV? What about BaseTradeTV, man? Something wrong with BaseTradeTV? Alright, getting into this third and ace match. In the top left side, it's going to be the red Terran Kelazhur. And his opponent in the bottom right, none other than the Brazilian Erik. Or at least I'm being told he's Brazilian, but I'm actually now remembering having cast this guy once or twice in Copa America, so that would line up. Now, a quick reminder that if you haven't looked at the brackets, I would recommend typing !brackets if you're here live with us in chat to check out the KeSPA Cup qualifier brackets and see everything that's going on. It is, of course, a double elimination bracket, so quite a few games to be played. And, ooh, there's some interesting sights already. So I was really particularly excited for Kelazhur versus Bales in round 3, but Scarlet versus Masa might line up in round 4, and I do believe Wardy is currently covering those ones. So rather than steal that series, I think I'll stick with this part of the bracket, but tell you guys that if that ends up being the case, Scarlet and Masa is going to be really interesting. Masa has like a 2-year track record of beating Scarlet in every qualifier they play in, but Scarlet's grown a lot, and I'm hoping to see her actually beat Masa. Not because I've got anything against Masa, and not because I'm particularly cheering for Scarlet. I would just like to see something go against the status quo. Because Masa winning every qualifier match against her just gets boring, frankly. You know? Shout out to Hellmouth! New sub alert! New sub alert! New sub alert! What's up, buddy? Hellmouth has been saving esports for 1 month. Congratulations. Thank you very much, though. That's like the 5th? I'm counting on both hands now. Sub of the day. Hype! Oh, 1 second. I'm about to have a coughing fit, so I gotta mute myself. Something about these lungs, boys. They're giving out. Anyways, what's it get into, though? Yeah, so the winner of this best of 3 goes on to fight against Bales. Which would be kind of interesting. I gotta tell you though, if Erik ends up winning this, I would not actually mind following Erik just because of the surprise factor of watching somebody you didn't expect to do well beat somebody that you did expect to do well. Kelazhur, for example, to me, I see Kelazhur getting to the semifinals. And if he gets knocked out before then, that's gonna be really impressive by his opponent. Of course, we are on a bit of a delay, so Hellmouth, sorry if you're hearing this a bit later. Just know that love you nonetheless. WCS broadcasts usually require 3 to 5 minutes of delay. We're currently running on 3. So, hype. And I guess that is an important point to note. Team Liquid actually did a pretty big write-up discussing what happens with both the foreigners and the Koreans regarding the KeSPA Cup. This will be... We all thought Copa Mexico was going to be the very last WCS point event of the year. As it turns out, KeSPA Cup is going to be the last WCS point event before BlizzCon. So, there's a lot riding on this. Unfortunately, the likelihood that a foreigner wins the Cup and beats a bunch of Koreans to upset the foreign rankings is kind of unlikely. But if you actually go check, they have a nice write-up about the Koreans and who's close, who's made it, who hasn't. So all of that can be found out on Team Liquid. I'm not sure if anyone wants to link the thread or not. But if anyone has that handy, mods, please do. Or subs, because subs can link things. Yay! Reaper is going to die. That's really unfortunate. There's literally no reason to stand where he was standing. But... it happened. Happened. But they both know where each other are. It's cross spawns. This is probably the best bet Erik could have hoped for. Cross spawns actually makes this map quite nice for Zerg. But not to say that makes it bad for Terran. It just makes expanding a little bit more easy. You can go wherever you'd like. Double medevacs coming out though. This is going to be that very classic Terran build. Terran opener. If he follows this up with a third medevac that goes this way with a Marine Widowmine combination, Stim will be done for that one as well. It'll be a good follow-up. The important thing about these first two drops is A, don't lose the medevacs to the queens, and B, don't lose the medevacs to the queens. A lot of Zerg players playing queen heavy, and no exception here. 5 queens out in play. If Kelazhur loses either of these medevacs, it's not just going to be costly, but it'll stop any future aggression. A lot of Lings look like they want to flood on over. We'll see if the Marines get caught. I mean, there's Stim, of course. There's a lot of damage for the Terran army. Just hoping to catch those drones. Unfortunately, just ends up burning his Stim for it. There's no back, so these Lings can't get that full surround, but Kelazhur just scoops up and go right over the main. His opponent's so far away from the main, he's got to go all the way around just to come back and respond to this. So fully unloads 2 medevacs worth of units over here. Should be able to get that Spore Call. Should be able to get the Queen. He didn't send all his Marines forward because he's a little bit worried what he might get caught by, but had he done that, he would have taken on all these Lings without any issue. Now he's, of course, stuttering away for his life, trying to keep what he can alive because he wants that third medevac to come out and do some damage. Killing the Queens, killing the Lings is a pretty big deal. He can't back away, though. If he backs one way, he goes into the Spore Call. If he backs the other, it's into the Queens. His best option, just going around both. Of course, more Lings pop out. He's got no surface area to really protect himself with. Medevac's getting really low. And I know those Queens are on the hunt. I don't know where they went. One's been left out here. Unfortunately, the medevac without units with it dies, but the one with it almost dies. North side, we got this medevac coming in here. 8 Marines, no Widowmines. Ow. There's a scratch and a mosquito bite. Scratch too hard. Ouch. Liberator, not going to be too much of a problem, I think. The Marines can't fight the Queens, and that medevac's certainly going to die, so a bit of a freebie here for Kelazhur, but he uses it to distract when the Liberator gets set up. The drones get pulled into it. It's a little bit awkward, and the Queen should, yeah, it does clean it up. This medevac also doesn't have much left in it. But this kind of puts Kelazhur in a classic Terran problem, I feel, where you tried so hard to do harassment, you tried so hard to do damage, and yes, he absolutely got damage. I mean, look at the resources lost. It's not like nothing for nothing, but it does mean that he's got a significantly smaller army to follow up with. He's got less on the map. If Erik was doing a counterattack at the moment we're speaking, Kelazhur has got 100% of his army going offensively into 2 medevacs. This would have looked a little bit similar to last game on Dawson Station when he was getting bust every time he picked up. But 4th base gets taken from Erik as we do have these Lings working away at the rocks. Wants to limit surface area and keep things from being too headachy. Single Widowmine with the army. I'm not sure what this can really accomplish other than trying its hardest. So what more can we ask for? I guess Banelings haven't really been an issue yet. This will be the first sighting of Banelings this game. I think so, some creep. Not too bad. Full surround wasn't too bad. What am I going to get a decent hit? Gets about 8 Lings for it. Not too shabby. People asking what I was referring to at the WCS event. So technically, I guess the KeSPA Cup is on the WCS circuit because it does award WCS points, guys. Make no mistake, there are WCS points involved for those who win this tournament. Hell, for some, they only have to get a couple rounds in to possibly break a tiebreaker. For example, a Laser and Violet are in very dire straits when it comes to the point system. They are tied, and rather than playing a tiebreaker, if one of them gets even just one round into the KeSPA finals, they'll get enough points to overtake the other. It is a bit unfortunate that Foreigner must fight against Foreigner, but you know, it's 8 slots for the rest of the world, 8 spots for Korea. They also posted the pre-week schedule, if you guys missed it. I guess there's going to be a week of events leading up towards the grand finals for BlizzCon, and that, of course, is going to involve weeding out who actually makes it and who doesn't. Lings get shredded by the Marines. Looking to push down here. A lot of creep getting cleaned up. All those Lings were across the map. It's actually not that much here other than just pure Banelings. But all those medevacs are far enough away. Pure Banelings might just do it. Lots of Marines go down in that mineral line. 17 SCVs also died on this base while this was going on. I guess a couple more might find this one as the command center is revealed by the Overlord. Mutalisks, not my favorite weapon of choice. However, will be enough to chase down these medevacs if the Marines aren't unloaded. And that's going to stop allowing Kelazhur to get away with shenanigans for free. Left side of the map, depots are placed down to scout, get supply, but also wall off and prevent run-bys like this. That's nice, actually. If you get the 3 depots here and the 2 depots here, you won't be bane bust from anything other than what's right in front of you. And I think for Kelazhur, that's going to be quite a bit of peace of mind, especially considering the way game number 2 went between these two on Dasset Station. Guys, why can't I stop scratching this mosquito bite? What's wrong with me? Ah! The back of my calf is gonna be a bloody mess at this rate. You ever do that? Anyone else here ever do that? You just you know you shouldn't scratch the mosquito bite. You just keep doing it. Ah! I need oven mitts. But if I tape them to my hand, then I can't observe very well. But Rufka, you can't observe very well in the first place. Which say, shut up. The Marines are a little bit too clumped. But he is going to focus the Banelings. Kelazhur's micro's looking pretty good. Unfortunately, as much as he wants to start and stop, as he knows he's a little bit too close to the splash radius, keep in mind, if he was just A-moving, he would have shot the Mutalisk. So that focus fire out of him on top of the Banelings was fantastic. Big attack him on the right side, though. This should have Marauders on the front lines. Marines going to meet the Zerglings head-on. Kelazhur's got 2-2. Erik's got 2-2. One of the big things, again, was those upgrade discrepancies before, but not this time around. 3-3 also starts. We'll see if those Widowmines can get some monster hits. Drones get pulled into the action. What? Why? What? I mean, I guess none really die, but... What? I almost wish a really bad Karma Widowmine would have gone off for that. Liberators are sadly going to die to the Mutas a little bit too quickly, but they get some nice splash damage off. Baneling's off of creep. Just free kills here for Kelazhur. He knows it too. That's why he turns around to pick them off. But with no medevacs left, he's stimmed not once but twice, and all of his army is really, really low for it. Banelings might not get that one splash hit that kills 100 Marines, but the Widowmine might friendly fire. The Mutalisk might just get the Glaveworm bounces. Kelazhur's army quickly dissipates, and a lot of this had to do with the fact they didn't have support for it. Now he's got a lot of Marauders on the front line. That's cool, but unfortunately, Marauders should shoot up. They don't, however. Yeah, Mutalisk is bouncing, and Erik's really pushing the issue. Kelazhur down to half the supply. If he's not careful, this is going to go really badly. In fact, this could be like game right here, depending on how things go. But he takes on the Mutalisk. Most of the Banelings go off towards the SCVs and to the army in the south, leaving these Marines on the ramp to pick off some more of those Mutas. 12 have died so far, and he doesn't have a whole hell of a lot left. 12 is not too much. But it looks like third base is going to have to be abandoned. Luckily, he's got the base up here on the north side. He is mining off of it, drops those mules. It's a planetary as well, so... Excuse me. Well, it's unfortunate they just lost that base. Kelazhur's not out of this just yet. But make no mistake, 39 SCVs and 40 army supplies, not something anyone else wants to have to work with. Widowmine's not quite getting the hits he wants either. That Overseer really low. He's chasing for it, realizes that's a bad mistake, and pulls back. Big thing about this, though, is, again, that base being a planetary kind of secures it against Baneling run-bys and Zergling run-bys. Erik takes the base to the south and to the north. I like this double expand tactic. When you're ahead, why not try and get even further ahead? Normally this is a catch-up tactic, but if you can apply it, why the heck not? Bentley's going to be rolling in from 2 different sides. I don't think Kelazhur can escape this. This might be it, guys. I think this might be game. Too many mutants are living through this fight. 12 for fire, before 19 remain. And, you know, there's, I guess, 3 turrets here. They can't really push into that planetary, but that's Kelazhur's only mining base. Main's mined out. Natural's got 1 mineral patch left. Not looking good. Well, Erik secures 2 brand new bases. I do worry that, like, what Kelazhur did in the early game is really what hurt him the most here in the mid game. You know, dropping too much, giving away too many units. Things just really start building up. For Terran, usually what happens is all those little trades add up, and like 3 Elings killed here for no Marines dead there. That ends up being what gives you that big supply advantage. But Kelazhur just doesn't have that going for him. And now we're on top of the point where Ultralisks are on deck. Fungal growths are about to be realized, and 3-3 begins. I guess 3-3's done for Kelazhur, and that's kind of nice, but you know, these Liberators are all dying. There's no ghosts in play. I don't see how we could possibly deal with the Ultralisks. Andrew F says, I thought Scratch Mosquito Bite was a reference to Kelazhur's ineffective harassment. And while that would be an accurate statement, no, I literally just unfortunately have a mosquito bite that is driving me nuts. Also, shout out to Andrew, one of my favorite people at Twitch. I get to see this guy at almost every StarCraft 2 event. He is one of the best Twitch I don't even know what his job title is, actually. He fixes the stream sometimes when it's broke, okay? He's an awesome guy. Anyways, Mita's coming over this way. I guess he had to move that main over because he just didn't have another money. He didn't have money to build another command center. And he just still hasn't dealt with the Mutas. Liberators would love to get some shots off, just not happening. Mutas can even find some space up here to the north where the turrets don't quite cover the base. But while Kelazhur spends all this time chasing around a small amount of Mutas, Erik amasses a pretty big army behind it. Chitinous plating. Over halfway done. 6 ultras. There we go, middle of the map. Kelazhur, my man, maybe you deal with the Lings, maybe you even deal with the Banelings, and hell, maybe in a crazy messed up world you get Widowmine hits that let you deal with the Mutalisks. But there's just no way to deal with those ultras. Chitinous plating, 3-3 pairing up with both, and with fungal growth soon to come out, no ability to kite, things only look worse from here. Dang. I'm surprised. On one hand, I'm really impressed with Erik. He really, that first game of the day did not look good. Watching the Reapers do what they did, you gotta laugh about it, right? But this is something where Erik has just got such map control. He's got tech control. His income looks fantastic. We're not using the graph mods, so I can't show you guys. I just tried to turn it on. Rip. I mean, these fungal growths don't even need to hit much. They just need to hit anything. Like these Marines, they won't be able to kite. The Banelings crash right on in. The army supply dives so rapidly. Ultras are so freaking cool, guys. He's kiting his heart out. 1 Ultra might die before this game is over. A personal victory for Kelazhur. But GG, well played. Erik takes the series 2-1 and sends Kelazhur back into the loser's bracket. Meanwhile, to report some other score updates, Violet beats Tally. He waits for Puck. Oh, Violet versus Puck might be a game to cast. Kelazhur falls down. Erik might fight against Bales. Oh, guys, I may have to rethink my bracket strategy here. I actually really think either Panda Bear Me versus Major or Violet versus Puck could be really good. But I think I want to see Violet because, as I mentioned before, it's really important that Violet even qualifies for this, as he will be fighting for points to beat a laser in the actual KeSPA Cup event itself. So I'm going to talk with the admins. I'll see what they want me to cast. I'll go to commercial break. See you guys in 2 minutes.